Matiangi ni wasiakana ve mitalatala kivathukanyo ila yati ya wanthini wa kuneng'ane usisi kwa tongo ima serikali vala kwa munini wa President Dr. William Ruto kila ofisi mali na musi kwake wina maofisa mavolisi makuikithia kana ila watamboka isio ni su usisi wake ni wethe wa wimwikiku vala isio imwe matoma wa ila watamboka kwa.
Let's just be very frank with each other, Mr. Chairman, honorable members. The Deputy President's residence is not a state lodge. It is not a state house. The law is very clear. It's black and white. It's a residence. It's a residence of the Deputy President. It's not a state lodge. It's not a state house. You know, there's some things which look or sound politically sensible, but frankly, when you go by the law, they don't. How would you come up and use phrases such as are being used and so on? The framers of the Constitution, you are the legislators. Give me a law to work with on this basis. Give me a law that designates the residence of the Deputy President and makes it a state lodge. Then, on the basis of that law, I will gazette it. The gazettement of state lodges is very clear. The law is clear. The record is there. You know the state lodges and state houses that are supposed to be protected by GSU. The residence of the Deputy President is neither a state lodge nor a state house. Sasa mimi nafikiri hapo, Mr. Chairman, ni sawa.
Matiangi ni waelezea nzamaye wungu wa utongoi wa mbunge wa Limuru Peter Mwathi kana muvea wa muwo wanthini ndunai na kielelo kithuku kumakuwa ni asungia indi otondo inspector munene wa volisi la remote ambayo nawetie kana ni iseso inaendeye ya kudhamia maofisa ma volisi.
Or the clash between business and public office sometimes can cause challenges such as we are dealing with. But again, on this particular score, I plead for my colleagues, the heads of the security agencies. You know, if you are the Inspector General and you receive a request of this kind, it becomes very difficult to say no. We have been riding on this, as I say, unregulated question on the numbers and the extent of deployment. And now is the time for us to look at it again and come up with a statutory action that will now regulate the numbers and say, for example, even if you are VVIP, the ratios of the officers deployed to you will not exceed this number.
Ona uwe vo Matiangi ni wamenda titi Mike kutumia uvungu tanzemwe ya kuyaka kioteti nundu kuune kumasya NND na kutuma mevemwe ya serikali yonekana hata yo manyamasia ndula wasya kana nonginya metalatala ila ya ile yati wembe wa kweka mawaliuku serikali ni.
By law and by tradition, His Excellency the Deputy President is guarded by the Presidential Escort Unit with a special team that is set aside for that particular purpose. Does the current holder of the office have that? I answered that, and I've actually provided the statistics and the figures about who's there. About the followers' stress, Honorable Tekla was asking about people are stressed and followers are getting stressed. Well, followers get stressed because their leaders stress them. As simple as that. Because the followers, get stressed because their leaders stress them. Because you wake up in the morning and what you're drumming to people is things like this. Basically lying to people. If you wake up every day, your business is to lie to people. Tell them things that do not exist. Lie every day. And you have seen that. You are all here. You have seen that in this country where, you can almost conclude that some people's career is about lying. They will never tell anything truthful. You wake up in the morning and misinterpret things and talk about things that have not happened anywhere. Oh, we are being finished. That's why I said the politics of sympathy addiction. Everything is about sympathy. Sympathize with me. I am dying. I'm being finished. The government is switching off the sun and the moon and so on. If you live that way, then you stress your followers. The stress of your followers is coming from the stress of the leaders.
No yovala Ruto mendie ya mbunge kutoisia maundu mavata takuvitukithia metalatala ivata mbungeni vandu vakunenezia maundu matena wito tausese wake valana mwene nthiyeli alani Angela Mwikali na Miruri wa Yaweru maminete kuthacha ikwani kotine kuleana na itambia ya kuvindwaniwa kuasungia mayasiani uvathukanu na miao.